Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to another session of our Astral Avenue Magdalena Blues. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our trepidatious players this evening. Trepidatious?
What up?
Yeah.
Trepidatious?
That's
Yeah,
a turtle, right?
It's
Terrapin.
trepidating.
I like turtles.
I like turtles. Hi, Internet. We're turtles.
By all of our players who like turtles.
I like turtles.
That's
Turtles are great.
I like turtles.
but
Why?
yeah. Speaking of turtles, there will
And
be
trepidation?
and trepidation. That's right, trepidatious. Yeah, so that does work. Yeah, because
Yeah, because we're all nervous.
We're tucking into our shells.
it just sounded wrong when I said it. Yeah, we were on a 2-week break also. So sorry for not being available last week, but a little bit of a cliffhanger. Things hanging in the balance. But yeah, before let's talk about how the things are hanging in that balance before we get into the fate
One of those things doesn't exist
of the
anymore.
balance. One of those things does not exist anymore, and we will introduce a new character shortly. I mean, those of you watching can see
Is that a joke?
his art already. Exactly. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about what happened. So last time, you guys were within this vortex of tears, quote unquote. You did indeed wrangle the Kurganfly, but as you were having trouble keeping it in tow, you found a strong and terrifying adversary on your tail. Odros, the Mindful's horrific nautiloid, launching intellect devourers at your vessel, eventually sliding down its tentacles onto your crew of mind-controlled assailants. Not one easily dealt with either, especially as the nautiloid slowly overcame your vessel and started to grasp it with its own tentacles. In mere moments, these enemies were attacking their mindless assaults. Rebate and Tomas were actually up here as well to help out with the situation, leaving Jellybean to deal with the animals and attempted steering of the ship below deck. Unfortunately, in a flash during the commotion, Aethel was teleported against his will by a stray tentacle onto the enemy vessel. Seeing this as an opportunity to slow down the barrage of ballista bolts, he flew towards the crew and unleashed holy, lawful magic. Unfortunately, this did not go unnoticed by the captain, Odros himself. He reached out with psychic tentacles of his own, and those of you on the ship deck of the Magdalena could only witness from afar, stuck in your own combat aboard the Magdalena, as Aethel was rent and torn apart by these crushing tentacles of psychic energy. No time to mourn the loss. There's a battle still raging aboard the Magdalena, as it's slowly being crippled by Odros's vessel. That is where we're going to pick up. Also, I forgot to mention, in that, like a dummy, during this there was a flash of light. I think Aethel was the one who saw the flash of light, but a large whale-like fish creature glowing seemed to kind of tear through the side of this vortex that you guys are in the astral sea. And so we're still in the shit, guys. Shit's still going on. Shit is still popping. And we're going to get back into it the only way we really can. Continuing where we left off exactly in the middle of this combat. So, with that, do we want to go back to this music? The cephalopod? Yeah, we'll do that. Why not?
I like it.
We're going back to it. So, at the top of the round, Let's get our viewers back to that map there, as hopefully it works out. Yeah, at the top of the round, we have our Githzerai individual, mind-controlled, and in the darkness. Lashes out with kung fu strikes towards the Fae that Malcolm had summoned. In darkness, though. Making 2 strikes, getting a 14 and a 7 to hit this Fae creature. This fairy that looks like a fairy version of his patron. Which I believe both miss.
Are both going to be a miss.
Alright. As they both miss, it is going to end his turn. Which will take us to Tobias, face to face with a Githyanki here.
I'm actually going to yell to Dr. Jellybean. If you're feeling better, get up here. Watch the tentacles. Don't get grabbed by them.
Dr. Jellybean, give me some witty remark.
Yeah.
That's great. Perfect. There you go, Tobias.
Perfect.
Yep.
Oh,
Perfect.
She
Couldn't
doesn't
have-
sound like she's feeling better
Growing up.
yet.
Couldn't have
No.
said
No,
it better
doesn't.
myself.
Attacking with my short sword as I stab the guy in front of me.
All right.
And then I'm going to do it again.
Stabbing out at 24 will definitely hit. As it deals 10 points of damage, dealing a pretty near lethal blow to this mind-controlled Githyanki.
Well, here goes the next one.
18 will also hit.
Stabby.
As you stab out for 10 more points of piercing damage. As you stab towards them, they fall backwards onto one of these tentacles and disappear from sight.
And then bonus action, create a Shadow Tobias right here. And I'm going to take my offhand attack at it.
All right.
Not at advantage, though.
Taking your offhand at this elderly gentleman who is giving a hard time.
Yeah, he is. The dude's giving everyone a
This
hard time.
older
18.
kung fu master. An 18 looks like it would hit. And does hit because he has used up all of his
Yay.
psionic defenses.
Uh,
as it barely
really?
hits him.
I have 1 whir left. Guess what's happening?
All right, that Magentan
It's
Sunsaw
whirring.
whirs and well, it catches his skin, and you know what happens when you take a chainsaw to someone's like forearm. Takes 11
Yeah.
points of
Nothing good.
a radiant chain sword.
Yes.
Get some
Buzz.
word up.
That's action.
Tell you what the word
bonus
is.
action. There's tentacles everywhere. I'm just gonna sit here and try to dodge tentacles.
As you are staying there, as it is, if movement upon the vessel at the moment is hazardous, as these tentacles are lashing out, crunching and mashing, which will take us to Rebate. Rebate is going to, with all 4 of his arms. Actually, he's only got 2 arms. That's why he's different. He's just going to slam out towards this elderly gentleman as well.
How with that?
Missing with both attacks.
That's a sad day. Yeah.
Which will take us to this Githyanki knight. Engaged with Oblate down there. Wielding this silvery sword. Lashes out with them. Yeah, lashing out with the silver sword to Oblate, getting a 24 to hit. You might be muted.
I am muted. Sorry about that. It'll hit, but I'm going to use my reaction to
Yeah.
deflect it.
Trying
Probably a
to
good one to use.
trying
for
to
that, yeah.
deflect it. It is 13 slashing and 14 psychic damage. So go ahead and roll that deflection. As you just kind of slide it away from you, that psychic energy still rents into your skin. So you have to first roll to see if you do deflect it.
Okay, 9.
It's that
Wait, I'm confused.
1d10 plus your
That's
monk
if
level
you're
plus your
making
dex
it
modifier.
attack them again.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
You just need a D10.
Plus
7 plus
so
4.
plus 11, so 15.
Yeah.
All right, so you will still
You have it.
take 12 points of psychic damage, as you do not deflect it fully. It tears into you.
Didn't feel too good.
So if you, I will say, like in the future, like if you do knock all of that damage down to 0, you can then use a key point to do that other thing, the actual deflecting attack to attack someone with their own weapon. And at that point, Oblate, I need you to give me a strength saving throw.
Be strong like the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Save. Not so strong.
With a
Mountain
7,
is really weak.
you are
Small mountain.
thrust 30 feet. That way.
Turns out it's
As
more like a hill.
some sort of psychic push is thrusting you that way. Which will take us to your turn, Oblate, as they start to make their way. Do they get to 1, 2, maybe record, blah, blah, blah. It then rushes up to this fey creature and slashes with its silvery sword. Getting a 9 to hit.
It's
Which, that will take us to Oblate, Federation Deputy.
All right. I guess. Let me see who's in play right now that I can get to. I think I'm just gonna go for this old gift, and I'm just gonna. What am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm just gonna smack him with my club.
Okay.
Please smack him.
Oh,
15 is going to miss, as he definitely just kind of dodges out of the way, focusing any non-thought that he has in the moment.
I'm gonna do it again.
All right, whirling this Kanabo around. A 22 will hit him.
Yeah.
I like it. Good job.
Get hit. Wow. Least amount of damage.
Minimum damage, but it is still damage that he takes.
True that.
And I will follow up with not just a regular bonus action fist attack.
Give him the fisticuffs. A 16 just misses,
Dang.
as he is no stranger to bar brawls or hand-to-hand combat.
We'll take that. Okay, that has been my turn.
That will take us to his turn. He is going to pop around and just like do the Chun-Li kick where he lifts up into the air and just starts spinning around, taking one
Doing
strike.
a spinning bird kick. Okay.
Yeah, that's what you call him. Trying to hit both, well, Oblate, Tobias's Time Ghost, and Rebate. In that order. I haven't clicked on it, disadvantage, but he does not have disadvantage. Oblate getting a 26 to hit.
That was it.
Oh shit!
Good news is you have your reaction back,
Right.
Wait, do I?
because you just took your turn, and you get it back on your turn.
You're right.
Thank God you have your reaction.
I will deflect the attack.
All right,
Hopefully
roll me
some of that damage.
roll me that d10. And there you go. It does it for you.
Yeah, I found the button.
Found
I
the
was looking
button.
for it, and
You deflect
Click the wrong one
19
first.
of it, so you would still take 10 points of psychic damage. Tobias's Time Ghost getting a 13 to hit.
Misses the time gust.
And Rebate has a higher armor class than you would think. But he still gets hit with a 19.
Jeez. Okay.
Just barely, as Rebate takes... As you hear a crunch into the side of Rebate, he just says, I feel like I'm not doing so great, and just plops over, powers down.
Unfortunate.
Which will take us to Tomas.
DM
Tomas
hates machine and machine-based people.
is going to fly into a flurry. That's what it would seem like. That is what it would seem like. No, you murdered Rebate. Prepare to get murdered. As he also tries to slam a dagger into this Githzerai, getting a nat 20.
Of course. Makes sense.
Dealing a grand total of 6 points damage.
That's
Hell
because
yeah.
he's not very good at this.
Which will take us to the Nautiloid. At this point, you would all feel that crunching. And the ballista bolts aren't as many, thanks to Athel's sacrifice. And that will take us to Louise.
Okay. This big beast over yonder, is that the actual distance from our ship?
No, it's a little further.
It's further?
Yeah, it's
How far away
just so
would
you
say
see it.
is?
Like 70 or 80 feet, 90, 100 feet. We'll say go with 80.
Okay.
80 feet from the
From the
wing.
center or from the wing?
From the wing.
Okay. That throws a rut in what I was going to do.
Oh, he's thinking, did the Magdalena take any damage from said thing?
It did.
How much?
Enough.
Enough.
Okay.
Enough to do what, Steven?
Enough to not worry about it right now.
Okay.
Mm,
So it didn't do 117 damage, it sounds like. It did enough.
Enough to not worry about right now.
If
for
you say
NPCs,
so.
can I heal them if they're dead or no?
Yeah, absolutely, they're not. He's not dead. Unless you want him to be dead. Do you want Rebate to be dead?
I do not. In fact, I'm going to use a.
He also
Hero
hates
Summon.
robots and robot-type people.
Why do you want Rebate to be dead? What did he ever do to you?
Yeah.
You know, he looked at me wrong with that one big eye.
One big eye.
That's
arms.
probably true.
13 into rebate.
Rebate will take 13 as you touch him.
I just play a little diddly above him.
Touch him with
And then
music in his heart. His robot
Touch
heart.
him emotionally.
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds better. And then I'll use my bardic inspiration for. Oh, come on! Everybody gets 2 temporary hit points,
Two temp hit points?
and you can use your reaction to move if you would like.
Not incurring opportunity attacks, which would include the tentacles, I would say.
So if you wanted to get in, now's the time.
Is Dr. Jellybean included in this, or
Nope.
Yeah.
We'll get to Dr. Jellybean here in a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay, moving off to the side of the wing.
I'm gonna move here.
Okay. That it for movement?
Yep. Rebate gets. Hold on. I can target 5 people.
Rebate will stick behind. Because he wants...
Yeah, I'll get.
He'll take the temp hit points, but he'll still stay behind.
If Dr. Jellybean can't get it, then I'll give it to Tomas as well.
Okay. Tomas will also stay behind. They're both. Tomas is more enraged and rebate. He'll use his movement to stand up. He will do that. So he'll get up.
Yep. That'll be my turn.
All right. That will take us to the top of the round. At which point, you all would notice.
Did I do something to upset you?
You did, Malcolm. Malcolm, what would you do?
Like,
It turns
my
out.
cousin Malcolm has gone.
Turns out you have a mechanical heart or something. Yes, Malcolm.
Yeah,
what are you
which
doing?
means you're too robotic.
Yep.
Yeah, I spent too much time with Aethel. Which one is hexed?
That would be the one that had a marker and is dead.
Okay,
You
so
can
I need
place
a
it.
bonus action. Place it. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's bonus action hex the elderly gentleman,
Okay.
That
and
choice.
let's fire off a couple Eldritch Blast his way.
Firing off a couple Eldritch Blasts.
That's 2-2.
A 24 will hit. The 16 will miss.
All right. Let me make sure. Oop, turn hex on, and there's the damage.
Okay, as he takes 13 points of damage, this old dude is not looking good. He is still up, but he is looking rough.
Movement wise, I'm okay with where I'm at, so that'll be it for me.
Okay. Fair enough. At this point, you would all notice this crack start to appear along the left wing. Was that starboard? Port side on the
Left is port.
because 4 letters. That's how I
Left.
used to remember.
Sure.
On the port side wing, you notice this tear in the metal, ceramic, wood, whatever material the wing is made of. You start ripping into it. And you can notice as these tentacles are occasionally lifting up, there is this large kind of crushing maw underneath all of this that is starting to chew up the Magdalena. At the same point, you would also notice the rope that the Kurganfly is tethered to is starting to come loose.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
So that's where we're going to pick up.
Where's it coming loose? From the Kurganfly or from our ship?
I would say from your ship. See that it was tied here.
I thought it was. Wait.
That's where the grappling hook is still.
The ground's here, and then it's tied to the base of the...
I would say the grappling hook has been destroyed at this point. So it is just now hooked up to the base of your ballista.
Okay, this giant baleen whale is going to eat it. Because it thinks we're fishing for it.
At which point this Githzerai is going to...
Hang on.
Oh,
Don't forget about my face spirit.
Are you doing the phase spirit?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, well I already described what happens at the top of the round.
Well, yeah, well, I figure, I mean, that's not going to... My face spirit's still going to lash out.
Fair enough. At disadvantage because they are... Well, unless they're attacking this one.
It's attacking that one.
Okay,
yeah.
fair enough. With a mirthful
one.
strike?
Yes. And...
Whatever the one that makes shadows is.
Or no, yeah, it is the mirthful one. No, it's the... It's the tricksy one.
Trixie one.
It takes a Flay Blade attack regardless.
and what? Remind me how to play this one. I click on the multi-attack.
Just click on the Fey Blade. Click it twice.
Beyblade.
Yeah, on the weapon attack.
Oh no. Those.
The 19 is going to hit. He is on Whisper, but the 19 does still look like it's going to hit. It does hit.
Okay.
go.
As they take
pretty good
17
damage.
points of psychic damage. Anything else for Malcolm? Movement or otherwise?
Nope, that's going to be it for the Spirit and I.
All right, that will take us
Doesn't
to...
want to.
You moving the
teleport
darkness?
Leave it there. Put it there.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep it there. Just keep that one blinded.
Just
for the time
teleport
being.
in the same spot.
Yeah.
Well, it does it teleport?
It's part of its.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't teleport. Oh,
It's part of its Misty Step.
it
That's how it makes
is
shadows.
okay. Then one of the following occurs. Yeah,
It can Misty
Not
step
that it
away
can't
from that.
Misty.
gotcha.
I mean, literally, it could Misty Step 5 feet away.
Yes,
Step forward.
absolutely.
And nothing changes.
It's
Which
good.
is what it does. At which point it will find a way out of this darkness,
It'll try.
and it will lash out with a palm strike towards this Fey spirit, getting a 21 to hit.
Yep.
The Fey spirit takes 5 bludgeoning damage and 6 psychic damage.
That's not good.
Only like 11. That's not that bad.
Well, it only has like 8.
It only had 8.
As the Fey
Well, you
spirit,
know.
unfortunately, disappears in a flash of confetti and glitter.
That's fun.
At which point, the
Not
darkness
a bad way to
fades
Like, yeah, you get a
away.
party horn.
He then rushes over to flip side towards Tobias and strikes out as well. Getting a 9 to hit. Ending his turn, taking us to your turn, Tobias. Tobias, you can see all the things happening that were just discussed.
Yeah, I see it. I'm going to start by stabbing this one right here.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Sure.
Okay, 14. A strange surge in the gravity of the Magdalena just kind of reverses for this brief moment, lifting you up and lifting you down, so it does kind of... It is going to make your attacks a disadvantage for this turn, and movement will be halved.
Okay.
We got wibble wobbled.
All right.
As you would all just kind of... It's weird, this weird fluctuating is very localized to where you're at.
All right. Here goes first attack at disadvantage.
18 still absolutely... Do they have the defense too? They do. They cast shield. As the psychic shield pops up around them.
Okay. Take my next attack at
Barely
disadvantage
missing.
again. Yeah.
.21 will for sure hit.
21.
As this psychic shield is up, your saw just kind of glides underneath it, hitting them in the... Not for the 4.
For 6.
For 6
Yeah,
points
for 6.
of damage. Just kind of hits into their ankle. Their shin. They should be wearing shin guards, but they're not.
And I'm going to aim for the ankle again then with my offhand attack.
Okay.
At a normal.
Yeah.
18
18 is going to be a miss.
is a miss, yes.
And my bonus action will be another attack with my offhand. Not at normal. This will be a disadvantage, so that's automatically.
It will be a
I'm
miss.
It's a miss.
Wow.
All right, make it nice and easy. Yeah.
As that weird fluctuating go up and down, and you can notice that your time ghost is like not affected by it, obviously.
That's it for my turn.
Okay, that's going to take us to Rebate. Rebate is going to try to punch out. Hitting with one of his attacks. I don't know why I rolled an actual attack roll. As he punches into this old man. Old man is hurt badly. Not that rebate hurt him badly, just that rebate hurt him. And he'll make note. I don't know what's happening, but this seems to be bad. That is coming loose, and that is breaking. Which will take us to the Skith-Yankee. With the silver sword in hand, swings out towards Tobias, seemingly unaffected by these gravity fluctuations as well. Tobias getting a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
As you are slashed, you take 10 points of slashing damage and 16 points of psychic damage as this Githyanki just mindless look in their face. At which point they are going to... I need a strength saving throw from Tobias. With a 7. Tobias, you are thrust in the air. Way over there. And they rush up to your Time Ghost, slashing out with their silvered sword. Getting a 20 to hit.
Yep.
Cutting through your Time Ghost. Which will take us to Oblate.
Oh no. I want to check the rope, but I also don't want to check the rope.
Roll me
You
a
don't
D-
look at it, it's still fine.
roll me a D20.
I'm not checking the roll you a d20. Could be good, could be bad. Who
With a
knows?
5, you have your any skills and saving throws will be at disadvantage this turn as just that kind of wobble moves you side to side in the gravity. So skills and saving throws are going to be at disadvantage until the start of your next turn.
We'll not be checking the rope then.
You weren't going to do it anyways.
You don't know that.
No, he's definitely not.
I'm killing this old man.
But your movement and attacks are unaffected.
Right.
That's cool. Kanabo.
Kanabo, the old man.
Oops, I don't know why I rolled a disadvantage.
You're good, but I'm still going to take that 14, which is going to be a miss.
Yep.
As he leaps over it.
Leap over this.
As he does not leap
Great
over
for
it.
you,
As
really
he's
bad.
leaping, he floats there in midair and you just whack into the side of him. As his body goes flying over. And there is this surge in gravity as he's just kind of sucked down underneath. And he is gone. As you kind of baseball bat him over the front of the vessel. And just like, almost like sucked into one of those, like a jet engine kind of thing. Just kind of whoop. Or, what are they called? The mulchers. It just it just happens really quick.
Wood chipper.
The wood chipper.
Well,
Wood
guys,
chipper.
If nothing else, and the rest of us die, we have succeeded with our elder abuse.
There you
Killed
go.
an old man.
So,
Any-
I mean, really,
yeah.
just a round of applause for
Nailed it.
everybody.
Way to go, gang.
Anything else for Oblate?
Mission accomplished.
Bonus action, flurry of blows on
You're-
this swordy dude.
Absolutely. Getting 2 unarmed strikes. Little monk karate. A 10 is going to be a miss. A 21 will be a hit.
I'm rolling so bad.
That's the you can re-roll your Tavern Brawler.
Reroll one.
Yep.
For the other one?
For the
No,
damage,
just this one.
just the Tavern
Oh,
Brawler.
for damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
better.
Better.
For 7 points of damage.
I didn't know that I could reroll for damage. I thought it was just on the attack if I rolled a 1.
No, you can you can't re-roll ones on attack rolls. Just the damage part of
Just
the
damage, okay.
of the Tavern Brawler. Which will take us, or anything else for Oblate? Sorry.
No, that was it.
All right, that will take us to. What is he gonna do? Tomas is Gonna point at the
Really good
thing.
tying ropes.
I think this needs some help. And he'll wait there to help someone, if someone wants to do that. As you would hear more crunching and this quaking onto the Magdalena, which will take us to Louise.
Okay. I'm going to run to the very edge of the wing here.
Roll me a d20.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Oh no.
Ability checks and saving throws are going to be at disadvantage until the end of your next turn, as this weird wobble and the gravity fluctuates.
Okay, I may not be necessary. I am going to cast Violent Image of a Kurganfly right off the edge of our ship. Like right here.
Okay, give me a deception check.
Ow.
I know what you're going. You're trying to get the Kurganfly to swarm, right?
What's that? I'm trying to attract the big whale.
Oh, you're trying to attract the big whale.
Yeah, I'm trying to attract the big whale.
I mean, it's slowly veering this way. It's just not that quick.
It could
Well,
be
hang on,
slowly
he's-
veering faster.
He's
Yeah.
going to try to do the thing you said that you thought he was going to try to do, and we're like
Yeah.
mildly impressed by it.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to do.
I thought it was like slowly moving its way towards the Kurganfly. Was it not?
No, it's like
That was the thing I
it's
said as a joke.
it's flying alongside you guys, kind of, in this gravity, this weird tunnel.
Well, hey, if it works for the other Kurganfly, it works for the other Kurganfly.
Give me a
We'll try and do
give me a
that.
deception check
Disadvantage.
at disadvantage.
Deception.
It's not terrible.
20 or 16.
Still pretty good with a 16. Yeah, you would. That Kurganfly would break loose, unfortunately, as the rope is still. It's weird. Gravity's doing weird things on your vessel right now. It is up. It is down. It is. Things are moving sideways when they shouldn't be. So the rope isn't completely dismantled. It's got like this long tether attached to it that is still kind of somewhat loosely attached to your vessel around there.
Mm-hmm.
It is just flailing around though, but it is definitely moving closer to the Kurganfly over there. Anything else for Louise?
That'll be it, I guess. I don't know if I helped or not, guys.
All right.
I think you did.
You did something.
I did something.
I
Even
haven't
if it's wrong.
helped the
support
last
it.
2 turns.
There you go.
I'm sick.
Yep, that will take us to Malcolm. You're dealing with something. We'll get to you. We'll get to you in a second. Malcolm,
We'll
roll me a
get to
roll me a d20 at the start of your turn.
All right.
As Tomas is trying to grab the end of the rope as it's flying around. Your movement is halved, and attack rolls are at disadvantage this turn, as you're just kind of being... gravity's pushing you downward, we'll say. Or it goes up and down. Yes.
Sucks.
Planning on attacking?
No. No. No?
Maybe?
I mean, maybe? I was actually have 2 thoughts, but so is the rope broken loose now and is flailing around?
The rope is broken loose and is flailing around from that Kurganfly.
Okay.
The Kurganfly is swimming, flying over to the other thing. That thing is like way over here.
Man.
It'll get there at one
problem
point.
with trying to help the rope is Oblate and Tobias are not looking great.
We're looking good, man.
Okay.
Always looking good.
All right, cool.
They're gonna die, but they're gonna die looking good.
They're gonna die looking cool. Okay. Led, you said movement is halved.
Movement is halved and attack rolls are at disadvantage.
Okay. I'm gonna use 15 feet to come up here next to the rope, next to Tomas, and try to wrestle it down and reaffix it to the ship in some way, shape, or form.
You're gonna try to reaffix it to the ship?
Yeah, I'm not gonna like hold on to it. That's what got me into the frickin' sea last time.
Okay. I will say passive perception of 8 or higher. As Rebate is pointing out, I think it's breaking. It doesn't look good.
Okay.
But you can absolutely try and tie it back to the ship. Give me a sleight of hand check. You will have advantage because Tomas is helping.
That's good. I'll probably need it.
Say 15. As you feel like you grab a hold of the rope, and Tomas will kind of grab the other end of it and hold it in place so you can kind of hook it around part of the edge of this wing here where you're at.
I don't think I really have anything I can do.
Well, that's your
bonus
action.
action was, yeah. Because I think all I've got for bonus action is move hex, misty step, and then witch bolt. Let me just look at one thing. Okay. That will be it for me.
All right. I'll take it to the top of the round. As you hear that crunching and that tearing, these tendrils actually, more of them gather onto that side of the wing there. Can I move it like that? I'm going to do some rotating. It goes more like that. Tobias is in a very precarious space in this moment.
Uh-oh.
As the wing itself gets torn off of the Magdalena.
Oh, no.
Very precarious.
Ripped out. Straight off of the Magdalena. Big old tear. We'll do it like there. And we're going to change that to...
Bias!
Goodbye.
Just jump. You can leap across that.
Imagine that's your tear.
He's gone. Goodbye.
I would like everyone to give me a dexterity save.
If you insist.
Everyone on top here. Sorry. I know.
Am I still at disadvantage?
Yes, until until the next round. Yeah, no. So yeah, you're no longer disadvantaged. Sorry.
Okay, so
24 is pretty good.
Wait, am I at disadvantage on this then?
You would not be.
Yours was attacks. His was saves and skills.
Yep.
Wait, mine was saves and skills.
Yeah, which
Oh, no, yeah, never mind.
technically is until the end of the next. Like a
We
layer
started a new round.
like a layer action thing. So at that point, Malcolm, as soon as you finish tying this up, you are thrust upward about 15-20 feet above the ship and start flying backwards. But you're 15-20 feet above the ship.
Use your brain powers to fly down.
Exactly where I wanted to be.
And it would seem like gravity itself is pulling you in that direction. As this crunch. And Tobias, you could see part of the inside of the Magdalena being visible where the wing was once attached.
Yeah. Do I see Ember?
Nope. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. We're so close to that. This guy is going to leap up to Malcolm in the air, striking out at him. This Githzerai monk just kind of leaps up 20 feet getting a 6 to hit with his first attack as he does some like aerial kung fu style stuff. Getting a 20 to hit with his second attack.
Thought you were safe, didn't you?
Yeah.
15, 20 feet up.
Yeah, the second one.
That's
is
why he
going
wanted to be up there at the time.
As you
He's like,
take
actually, I'm super safe.
8 bludgeoning damage and 8 points of psychic damage.
I'll burn a Hadozi.
Reducing that by...
And what is that, 1d6?
I don't know. That's either a d6 or it's something. It's one of the lower ones. I think a d6 sounds right.
It's some number.
Pick one.
All right, so you take
Not my race, not my problem.
13 points of damage.
All right.
Which will end their turn. Or,
Can
well, yeah, you absolutely can.
Misty escape.
You absolutely
as a reaction
can.
to taking damage.
Absolutely, you can.
And I will. What is that?
You're
30 feet?
15, 20 feet up.
Just like pop
Okay.
down like right here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I've got to go down and then. Yeah,
As you pop down,
I'll pop down like right there.
that will take us to rebate.
You skipped me.
Did
Thank
I-
God we've learned the wings are a safe place.
They'll take us to Tobias.
Look, this wing has 0 tentacles on it.
I
it
feel
might
Tobias,
be the
you
safest
feel
place
the
to be.
wing collapsing beneath you as gravity is pulling you in all sorts of different directions. Tentacles everywhere. What are you doing?
I am running to attempt to jump that.
Jump into the ship. Through the wing, the broken wing section.
Oh.
Like an
No, I
action
want-
hero.
I want to see if I can jump it. So,
Give me an athletics check.
you got it.
As you try and take this running leap across, you can probably jump, but it is tearing further and further with a 23. Your halfling nimbleness, almost noticing in this moment which of these tentacles can cause teleportation, because it seems like some of them can, some of them don't. So kind of using that nimble halfling jumping from one to another, and then that final long jump using the gravity of the tentacles kind of in your advantage, and easily leap up across wherever you want to go.
Right to there.
Absolutely. Everything is quaking and shivering. Like the ship itself is just vibrating, struggling.
Asshole. I'm stabbing his ass.
Oh,
Oh,
18.
I saw that.
It's
I
still,
rolled 220 and then I was like, nah, 2.
well, it looks like the dice that we're seeing is not the same as the dice that are on the chat window.
Correct. It doesn't
Oh,
show.
I think I'm also seeing the whispered rolls too. It's weird.
I'm seeing
I'm not
when,
seeing them pop up, but I'm seeing them roll.
Yeah,
oh
I'm seeing
yes,
when
yeah,
Steven rolls,
That's-
but
that's
then the
fair.
numbers aren't necessarily the same. Like it's just like
yeah. And that probably has to do with that, the whisper thing, messing that up. But yes, an 18 will just hit them.
I'll take it.
Achha.
They'll take 6 points piercing damage. You stab into their
Stab him again.
their shin with your short sword. 21 will also hit
Let's stab again.
for 8 more points of damage.
I'm gonna bring my scimitar around. I'm just gonna I'm gonna try to chop the foot off.
Whirling around trying to chop that foot. Yeah. Seems to be the weak spot. It's their Achilles heel, I would say.
20.
20 will hit. You get it, it's their Achilles because every heel's an Achilles heel.
Yeah.
For 10
Right,
points of
right,
damage,
right.
as you cut their foot off, they fall down, and there's a sudden surge of gravity that just makes them float up for a moment as the tendrils are grasping around and grabs around them, just like mindless tentacles as they are disappeared. Little dust.
Did their sword drop? I was hoping their sword would drop. I was gonna
No.
grab it. It was a shot. Let's see. I guess
You can't attune to their blades anyways.
It was for my collection. Different reasons.
I got you.
Look, you don't get it. This sword is racist, so
Yeah.
like you
I
could
get
use it.
This person is 20 feet in the air.
Oh.
Yeah, because I jumped up.
Let's see. I'm here. I can't grab a hold of the rope from there, so that's it.
It's tethered down here
Uh,
anyways. Say the
Yeah,
other stuff is
bonus
action-
the other stuff's
actually,
just kind of there.
Bonus action, create a time ghost.
There you go. Make a time ghost.
turn.
As Rebate is gonna help hold the rope. That'll take us to Oblate.
Get him, buddy.
Taking aim with the old pistolero and
Okay.
gonna shoot at this gith in the sky.
Taking aim at the old pistolero. You can do your key, whatever. The
inside shot.
yeah.
Insane.
Throw your Kanabo at it. Kanabo shot.
Hit him with a bat throw.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Pistol time.
Man, bats are really fun to throw. I'm not gonna lie. A 21 will hit.
This one matches.
Nice.
It be that way sometimes. For 18 points of
This one matches
damage, as they are leaping up, and they kind of pummel into Malcolm as he just poofs away, dropping onto the deck of the ship safely. They're looking around and just straight up, just bullet right into their cheek, out the top of their skull, as they somehow remain floating up there.
That's cool.
I like that.
It's weird. It's this weird, like, stasis. Even their blood doesn't seem like that pops out of the back of their head, doesn't seem to have any more momentum other than what the bullet gave it. And at this point,
Yeah.
we are going to hop out of combat. As you can see, Louise, in a brief moment, as you're kind of looking back, this weird quaking beneath your feet, Louise, at the edge of the ship, you can see that this large whale-like creature start to glow as it's looks like tendrils of vines of... I'm going to get rid of that music for now. We'll go to tendrils of vines and roots, but made of ethereal blues and pinks, but just kind of faded, start to almost out of its mouth down like a ramp onto the edge of your vessel, onto the edge of the wing that you are standing on in this moment. And as its teeth start to become more and more translucent, almost disappearing, that large, show you the token again, so viewers at home know those teeth things start to disappear. And as they do, you do see a figure standing along at the end of this bridge of astral roots and her branches. It's strange. And if you would like to go and describe what they see standing up there.
So, you see, well, I guess, like, none of you see this. I guess only Louise sees this because you're the only one kind of close. I'm not even sure how far away we are.
60, 70 or so feet.
Yeah, these people are way too distracted. You're the only one who sees me right now.
Yeah. Malcolm might, because he just landed, so he's taking observation
That's true.
of what's around.
He might have turned around.
But yeah.
You see a dwarf or some kind of short man. You're not sure. That's 70 feet away.
Pretend he's got eagle eyes. What does the camera see as it zooms in close to this character?
Zooms in?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
So
This is a personal
you
camera mode.
see-
Like, who is this guy?
You see a dwarf with a purple head wrap and a large axe on his back. Tattoos on his arms. Big beard. And he's basically slowly walking down these routes. Kind of calmish. And he's not wearing any armor. He just seems to have his clothes and his axe. And as far as his clothes, he's just kind of wearing this like green tunic. That seems like it might have some like plant pattern motifs on it. But they're like, you're not sure if it's trick of light or something, but it seems like they move sometimes.
Almost ethereal, kind of.
Yeah. And he's just kind of heading down, and he's gonna yell out, "Do you all need help?"
And
Yes, very much so.
And at that, our view fades away from this tumultuous happenings up top. Below deck,
Tumultuous happenings down below.
this whole time, Dr. Jellybean, you got down there, you weren't feeling well, like hoping that Oblate would be able to handle the assailants up top in your stead. You started to take the helm, and during this time taking the helm, you've been unable to move the ship the entire time. Something is keeping you here, and you keep hearing this like horrible like wood crunching and steel bending, the groans of the ship all around you. All of the animals are in a panic. Lucy, super panicking and just like nibbling on everything and then running to another thing and nibbling on it. You would see Ember, Lurie just kind of trying to fly, but every time there's like a little jumble in gravity, landing into like that cat landing phase, like over and over onto the walls, trying to fly around. And Good Boy, the winged dog, is constantly, he's the only one that's talking, obviously, because he's the only one who can talk. But what's going on? What's going on? This isn't right. This isn't right. And occasionally he would actually bark. But it's a muffled kind of bark, like a frog caught in his throat or something. And he's whimpering. His tail is between his legs, but they are in a panic state at this moment. What are you doing? They've all become frantic and panicked.
Well, fortunately, I know a song that is beloved by both children and animals. They taught it to us at the ASMR.
That's kind of weird, but okay.
It helps to get the animals under control. Are you ready? Baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark. And I'll just start doing the hand motions too.
Okay. Give me your call, performance check or animal handling check.
We're gonna do animal handling.
Okay.
Fair.
As you're less about the performance of it, more about the getting their attention. Like, hey, look at me, we're fine, yeah. Kind of thing. But like singing this song to them.
Yes.
While singing Baby Shark.
Yeah, give me that animal handling.
Not bad.
With a 14, you can notice that you have Good Boy's attention, 100%, 100%.
Okay.
I would say Lucy is scrambling up to the middle deck, just trying to find a safe space, and none of it seems.
Lucy, you gotta help me with the Daddy Shark part, the part of the song. Lucy, it's your favorite.
Ember would give me a persuasion check. Ember would again trying to find that safe balance space. The 13. You lost Lucy. Lucy's upstairs in the middle deck somewhere. I'll say at this, Ember's gonna go chase. That's something to focus on, so Ember's gonna go chase the. As Good Boy's wagging his tail. I'm not good at this stuff, but what's a shark?
Yeah, you got it. It lives in the ocean. Hey, Good Boy.
as you hear the careening of metal and wood kind of warping all around you. His
Good
tail
boy,
his
do
tail
you
starts
have any-
wagging.
Do you have any special powers like that you have
I
to
can
tell
lick
us
you and
about?
make you feel better. I think I have magical saliva. That's what makes me so good.
That sounds actually nice.
He'll
I'll
start
hold out
start
my
licking you.
Okay. Do I feel better?
He'll heal you. Are you hurt?
I'm sick.
Yeah, you are healed for 10 hit points. You are cured of the charmed, frightened, and poisoned conditions.
Okay. Well, that's nice. Are
Were you poisoned?
no, maybe I
We
was
don't know.
frightened also.
You were regular frightened, not magically frightened.
Yeah.
You had the normal amount of fear for your life in a situation like this.
It's appropriate. It's not a disorder.
Any of the like
Exactly.
magical lights you probably have on board start flickering, and you can feel and see the wall to your left start to warp and shift, and you feel this kind of tug in different directions as the gravity starts to alter. What do you do?
Probably should find Ember and Lucy. Good boy, can you go find those two? Bring them back here.
Give me a persuasion check.
I know Tobias would never forgive me if something happened to Ember.
With a 16. Okay. And he flies up as he bangs his wing into the kind of the gangway between the is that what it's called? The gangway? The area between like the
Yep.
portal. Going up, and he disappears up to the middle deck.
Try to hurry.
You would hear-
I
you would
don't
hear
think we have much time.
You would hear some barking as you're kind of in the neck behind the helm in the storage area at the moment. And he
The
disappears
gangway
up
is
there.
like what you board with.
Yeah, it's like the gangplank. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the portal. Portal.
Are there any buttons I can press to make things better?
You can open
Here.
open the front door if you'd like.
No.
That is the
No,
only,
I
you got a
don't
lever for
do
that.
They're like increase the shields.
There is
No
nope.
shields to 120%.
Nope. Shields are down, Captain.
Yeah. That sucks.
Thrusters are down, Captain.
Everything's down,
Warp
Captain.
warp drive is
Down.
failing. -%.
Okay.
We had a
all
warp
right.
drive the entire time.
Yeah, we just didn't know how to
I've been
use it.
using that.
As you would hear the cracking of the helm itself, the chair that is what steers the ship, you would hear that
Oh,
cracking.
good. That's
Loud.
fantastic.
And you would see some magical sputtering from in that office as well.
Oh, we gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here right now. This is what has to happen.
Fair.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get up and get out of there and be like, "Good boy, never mind. Still find him, but we gotta go."
You start to climb up into the mid section of the mid deck.
Yeah.
The money, put all the money.
Give me
Shit, so money.
Give me an athletics check to kind of
With
keep
the
yourself
money.
stable as you're climbing up this ladder, and this quaking keeps banging you into the side of the wall, or but no, we rolled acrobat. It's
I'm
still a
fine.
16.
I gotta go.
Should be a 16 plus.
Yeah, it's still
Zero,
kind of
but-
climbing up. You don't hurt yourself, but you do see Good Boy chasing Ember around. And Embers, it's like in a row. They're just going in circles, occasionally off the side of the wall. Like, Good Boy's chasing Ember, who's chasing Lucy, the little miniature giant space
All right,
hamster.
I'm gonna put my fingers in my mouth and do the whistle, Yeah, high pitched whistle and be like, "All right, change of plans. We gotta go right now. So come here. Settle. Come with me. Stop that. Come with me.
As this is happening, that left side, the port side, the wall gets pulled outward. It's this weird experience where you see things warp and change that you don't think can warp and change. Like if you see a piece of wood getting bent, it doesn't make sense in your brain for a moment. As the side of the walls start to bend outward as you hear the groaning and start to see little cracks of open air beside you. And then finally this loud, thunderous tear through the side of the ship as you can see open space and large tentacles starting to protrude into the ship. What do you do?
We gotta go right now. Come here.
They're all there.
Pet. All right. I'm gonna put Lucy in my pocket.
Okay.
And how do we get out to the
It's another
top
ladder.
of the all right. Can Good Boy and Ember climb ladders?
They can fly.
We'll fly.
Yeah. Okay. So fly up there now, and I'm gonna climb the ladder.
Okay. We'll say give me one more athletics check to push through this.
You can do it. Definitely don't roll bad. It's pretty okay.
It's pretty okay.
All right.
As you're getting up there, Ember flies up ahead of you, quick as a cat. Good Boy is trying to nudge you along as he's under you, just kind of nudging you with his muzzle. As you would hear a yelp.
Oh.
And something has him beneath you. As you look down, you see Good Boy trying to flap up with his wings. But one of his wings is caught into a pinching point of the kind of the access port for the ladder going up.
Okay.
do it.
I mean, I'm not gonna cut. I'm not gonna hurt him. All right.
Oh, no, not
can
you.
I-
I'm talking to
Fireball.
Steven.
I know.
Don't you do it.
I know. I don't wanna. Don't make me.
All right. Can I? His wing is caught.
His wing is caught.
Can I try to
I'm not gonna homeward bound
Shin-
y'all.
You better not.
That last scene.
God.
Oh my god.
I mean, we could just play the whole campaign of Homeward Bound, and we're just the animals.
I'm pretty sure all the F4 still works for Roll20.
It does. It works for everything.
Yeah. Dr. Jellybean, what are you doing?
I want to try to gently manipulate his wing so that it's not caught,
Okay.
and then I just want to put him on my back and be like, hold on.
Describe to me how you're gently getting him free.
So manipulating his.
Or what Dr. Jellybean would be using in this moment. Like what skill are we gonna equate it to? Like a
Doctrine?
sleight of hand? A medicine?
Yeah, it'd be my
The
hand,
magic skill.
my nimble fingers.
Using a nimble finger sounds like a sleight of hand.
Nimble.
Trying to get your fingers in there to get his wing free. Give me a sleight of hand check.
All right.
With a 13. You get his hand free, but your hand gets crunched and torn by this, and kind of like you're replacing his wing with your hand. You pull your hand out. You take 5 points of slashing damage.
I thought you were
Not
gonna
her
say
hand,
my
she's a
hand.
doctor.
My hand is gone.
Yep.
It's like, and then you lose. Which hand do you want to lose?
Yep. Make a choice.
All right. All right.
Because then you're gonna lose the other one.
As you make your way up top, those of you up top seeing this, you see the scene in front of you. The wing is gone. Still attached to most of this nautiloid vessel from the behind. Your crew there. You can see this bridge of astral roots forming to the right wing, starboard side. almost connecting. Down it, you see a figure walking, axe on his back. You would see Brian's character. All of that attached to a giant whale, glowing whale fish of light. And as you regroup with the group, that's where we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break. So
That's about right.
we will pick up there here in a few minutes, folks. We'll get to meet
We'll be back.
the new character proper and see where we go from here. But yeah, stick around. We'll be back in a few.
See y'all shortly.
See you soon.
Alrighty, folks. We are back in it. Last we left off, things are not looking good for the Magdalena. Crew hurt, but taking care of all the assailants aboard the ship as its wing is torn off. This large, stellar, whale-like creature has appeared, and there is a tether, a loose bridge of astral vines and roots stretching from it, trying to grasp a hold, not quite fully, but starting to grasp a hold or trying to grab a hold of the wing that does exist onto the Magdalena. Dr. Jellybean has made her way up top with all of the animals below ship. The Kurganfly is still attached to kind of like where the wing meets the body of the Magdalena of the ship, kind of tied there. Currently distracted by an illusion of another Kurganfly that looks just like it. And atop this astral threads is this dwarven person asking if you need any help. Meanwhile, your ship is still attached to a giant nautiloid that is crushing it and not consuming it, because, you know, it's not, well, I don't know how that stuff works. It's kind of living, but it is at least crushing it. And that is where we're going to pick up. As you're all getting up to the deck of the ship, some of you on the wing already, you feel these strange fluctuations in the gravity, also with strange winds pulsating in different directions. It's almost like your protective barrier that the Magdalena had is failing. And that would also include that your footing is starting to become worse as well. So what are you guys doing? Ignore the map, so please don't look at the map, because I'm not using that map. What are you guys doing?
Stow my swords and immediately go after the rope. Try to just grab a hold of it.
Grab a hold of the rope. Give me an athletics check as you grab a hold of the rope. What's everyone else doing?
I would come up and kind of
re-roll that.
do an assessment
Do an assessment of what?
of, like, where is everybody? Are they hurt?
So you would
Where's April?
see Malcolm and Louise on the wing of the ship. You would see Tobias running up, trying to grab a hold of the rope that is attached to this Kurganfly, which is in front of your vessel, off to the right. And you would see no sign of Aethel. Oblate is over near where I believe where the ballista was nearby. He's on the deck of the ship. He's probably the closest person to you as you arrive.
You know, I'm just seeing how hurt people look, and because I don't really know.
Oh, they're all
what's going
very
on.
hurt.
Oh, you're all very hurt.
Except for Malcolm. I think he's the least hurt.
Yeah,
We're all
Malcolm's
messed
fine.
up.
But what are you doing in this moment? You see what you see. You don't see Aethel. He could be hurt.
You're like, what are we doing? What's that thing over there? Pointing to the whale.
We need to get everybody on that ship. I think they're offering us aid. I mean, we can't stay on the Magdalena.
Louise,
Yeah,
ask him if we
everyone-
can come aboard.
It's not a ship.
Can we board your whale?
Yeah.
Please,
I
kind
don't-
traveler.
I don't control the other. It's its own thing.
As
God,
Tobias
I'm
is
thinking, I'll
hanging
stay
onto
here.
the rope. Louise is the first person out there to greet this guy. As the vines themselves are having a hard time to tether onto Magdalena's wing on its own. And
This isn't
yeah.
gonna last.
Do we go up there? Do you come down here? What?
Well, I guess the real question is, do you think it's safer on your destroying ship or on the Val.
As you could hear a crackle of thunder and weird astral kinetic energies like vortexing about.
They just kind of like flinch. The ball. Hurry with your tendril thingies.
As they're having a hard time grasping on. There's a good like 20 to 30 foot gap between these astral roots and the wing of the ship.
You think this is easy?
I don't know if it is easy or hard.
No.
We just need to go.
Dude, where's Ember?
Oh,
Everyone,
You could
hurry.
see all the animals gathered around Dr. Jellybean.
they're here.
Oh, good.
Everybody's here. She's here. I
Where's the
got
money?
Lucy. I didn't get the money.
As you hear a crunch below
That's
deck.
fine. We need to get going. I don't even think we need the Kurgan fly anymore.
But
Our lives are more important.
you
The
guys
ship
can-
started falling apart. and I
Rebate will
said,
just state, I thought we were only here for the Kurgan fly.
I'm not letting go of the Kurgan fly.
Can I move my silent image inside the well?
Oh, and see if the Kurgan follows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With me holding on.
We're
Wee.
sure the fly's
Yeah,
not gonna be like,
give me
"Oh,
a
fuck, my friend just got eaten.
give me a deception
outta here.
check.
You got this. Not bad.
21?
With a 21.
Mhm.
Yeah,
21.
the fly does follow the other fly into the side of this whale-like creature. It's a little slow, kind of curious. It also it stops for a moment to glance at the vines, and you could see this monstral draconic fly creature whiz by you.
That
We'll
a pet
figure
of
out if it's
yours?
an illusion. Yes, we need that. Do not hurt it, and we need to hurry.
Is Tobias still
because
holding onto the
it will-
rope?
Yeah.
Tobias
that's why I
goes-
rolled that really high.
Tobias goes flying along with it, being
I'm cool with
dragged.
that.
Yeah, give me a strength saving throw.
Yeah, don't accidentally let go.
It's like a big ugly balloon.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
But like a motorized version.
Yeah. With a 21, yeah, you go flying, essentially, like a kite, as you are kind of at the edge of the vines, where the Kurgan fly is inside of this whale thing, and you're at the edge of the vines. As you would land next to Rythan.
Oh, hey, buddy. We got to get over there and save my friends.
Well, first of all, we're not friends yet. Second, I'm working on it.
There's still this like
Thank
20
you for-
20 to 30 foot gap between the wing and the tendrils themselves. Like they're just not being able to grasp or connect. And some of you are still kind of on the deck of the ship along with the pets.
Don't know
We
that I'm
manip-
gonna get the Vol any closer than it is.
Can we try to manipulate the switches on the wing to try
That's
to
what I was getting ready to ask for. Yeah, if I
move it
could
over.
do something with the leverage. to try to drift it a little bit
Absolutely.
closer.
I
to
would
get
say
the drift.
with Oblate and Malcolm combined, give me a... Both you guys give me a survival check. Or insight? I'll give Oblate advantage because he's proficient with the vehicle.
He's a sailor.
Yeah.
Of course, Malcolm wants to pull the lever.
Of course, man.
Yep.
All right. Getting a bit of mixed results at this point. Those of you on the wing, which would just be, it seems like Louise. Louise, I need a dexterity saving throw.
At least I'm
Yeah.
kind of good at those.
With a 13, there's this quick jerking motion as the wing gets closer to the vine, or to the vines, as you stumble down, and you feel this wind starting to pull you off of the edge of the vessel as you are gusted off, and yeah, you're about to get gusted off of the wing. What does
No.
what does anyone do?
I'll
It's a-
Misty Step. I'll burn a Misty Step to Misty Step over to him,
Okay.
and like try to pull him back to the wing,
Give me a dexterity save.
gripping with 2 feet and like reaching up with my other 2 hands. You said dexterity save.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that.
You're trying to react quickly.
Oof. Let's.
Hmm.
I'm gonna burn my platinum coin.
Wait, what is
I don't know
that?
what that does. But
That is, Aethel and I had a platinum coin that was 1 free reroll.
Mm-hmm.
that's true. We did.
Yep.
But it doesn't go away
Give me
on a long rest.
give me that
so
reroll.
Fingers crossed.
Get it.
Technically better.
Hey,
It is technically better. As you bamf over there, the gravity situation, situational gravity. That's what I was looking for.
Gravitational situation.
Yes, or the gravitational situationally. But as you bamf over there, you actually bamf, trying to gauge, like, you know, because you're on a moving object, you are too far ahead, and the Magdalena itself is also turning in this space and kind of careening, so you would end up more on the forward point of the wing, as Louise is thrust off of the edge of the back of the wing.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Is he still pretty close to me?
That's not great.
About, I'd say at this point you're standing on the roots, so you're about 20, we'll say 15 feet away from Magdalena, the wing. So
Okay.
Louise would probably be about like 30 feet away from that. So he's like 40-ish feet, because
He's 40 feet away
so
from me.
the Magdalena wing.
That's slightly too far.
We'll say this is the Magdalena wing. This is the vines. They're like over here. You're standing up here on the vine. Louise flew down here.
All right. I'm going to. I have a not very good plan.
Let's do it.
But we're gonna let it rot.
Let it ride.
I'm gonna rage.
Okay. What does this look like?
So the parts of the tree that I'm standing on definitely seem a lot more real and like present. They also seem to be like growing out of me a little bit. And you can see parts of it like coming down like my arms and my limbs, etc. And they seem to like kind of cover me a little bit, almost like a makeshift armor, or like I'm wrapped up in them. I'm going to grab the rope that is attached to the Kurganfly.
Okay.
I need to borrow this. And
Yeah.
I'm jumping off after him because the Kurganfly is trying to fly into the thing.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. Doing like a kind of bungee swing kite thing.
My goal is to get to him, but if I can get close to him, that's a good start.
Get to Louise. Give me an athletics check, and you do have advantage on that because you are raging.
Yeah.
We just met him, and already we pissed him off.
Yeah, well, I'm mad that someone's gonna randomly die for dumb stuff. Oh, I didn't roll with advantage. I'll just roll it again real quick.
Do
Better.
even more.
Wow.
With a 26, as grabs a hold of that from Tobias, jumps off. As he does this weirdest thing, as he's jumping in the air, swinging along on this rope, everywhere his feet like almost look like they step, the roots, these astral tendril-like roots, kind of start to appear, like he's almost running on astral roots that weren't there before but are there in that moment.
Believe it
As-
or not, I'm walking on air.
as he's actually walking on air.
Could have been walking on sunshine.
But
We're-
as you
Yeah, maybe.
reach over to Louise. Louise, these tendrils of astral branches catch you for a brief moment, where this dwarf holding onto a rope and grabs onto you. Dwarf that you just met.
He'd be catching a crying door.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Like he's just like bawling.
Calm down. We're not dead yet.
That does kind of actually, those branches that you were walking on kind of do almost extend that walkway and careen themselves towards the edge
Towards
of
me.
towards the edge of the
Towards
maybe
the-
help push you back and actually push towards the wing as they start to grab hold of the wing.
Okay.
What's Dr. Jellybean doing? What's Malcolm doing? What's Oblate doing?
Dr. Jellybean is heading towards that ship thing, the whale thing, and the branches.
Are you still trying to corral the animals?
Yes. Be like, all right, we're going up there. Everybody, find a buddy.
Give me your call, animal handling or acrobatics.
I'll do animal handling.
Okay.
Okay.
The tension. With a 14, as you're running across this wing of the ship, it's quaking, it's shaking, it is falling apart. Panels of the wing would kind of fall inside. Some of them would pop up and fly out, threatening to hit someone else. But as one of these panels pops up, Lucy, right in front of you, falls down into this open panel, into the wing.
I'm trying to catch her.
Give me a dexterity save.
I swear to God, Steven, if I lose my pretend hamster, I'm gonna be so mad.
Steven woke up today and chose violence.
He already realized he tasted blood. He killed one of us. And it's
With
like,
the
I
with
can
the
kill
21,
anyone.
you leap forward and quickly grab hold of this miniature giant space hamster in your hand.
I put it back in my pocket.
Put
She's
it back
supposed to be
in
my
put
pocket.
it back in your pocket. Absolutely.
In my pocket.
As you're running towards the edge of the wing, what's Oblate doing? Oblate, you were back at the controls of the wing at the moment, like when all this was going on.
Well, I'm going to start yelling at everyone to make their way to the end of the wing. I'm like reluctant to get off the ship. I've been captain for like half a second and I've already lost the ship.
It's just your first show.
I want to like a keepsake from the ship. I'm going to try to break off one of the handles from the switches that control the wing.
Absolutely. Give me a athletics or sleight of hand, your call.
Yeah, bring a lever with us.
Yeah. It'll come in handy, I know it.
Don't worry, we have our own.
With an 11, what's a good side, bad side of this?
I don't know. Good side to get the
Tell you
handle.
what,
A lot of
you
splinters.
can break the handle off, but you'd risk getting hurt. And you are very badly hurt right now.
I'll
you know
try
what?
to break it off.
I
And
will-
then,
I
and then
will-
I'll give
I will-
up and just take a piece of the
Tell you
ship
what,
that's already broken off.
I'll let you push and get a reroll if you take a point of exhaustion.
Dude, exhaustion doesn't even matter.
It's just
Yeah,
it's
sure,
just
whatever.
just
I'll
minus
do
2 to
that.
everything. Give me another athletics
Exactly,
check.
That's nothing. With a -2. Do we have that in our sheet anywhere? I don't think we do.
Yeah,
So you have
I
to
thought
go to
there was.
conditions, and it's all the way at the bottom.
Oh, we have to add it in as a condition.
Yeah.
That's annoying, but okay.
And it's all the way at the bottom of the condition. So at least it's an easy one to find.
Yep. And you said I get to roll that again.
Roll it again. I'll say the exhaustion won't take effect until after this roll.
Okay.
How magnanimous.
Let me remove that then. Oh, please give it to me.
Seems better.
With a 20. Yeah, just trying really hard. You break off that lever as tendrils are climbing over, crushing onto the deck of the ship. Kind of bounce you and bump you onto the wing as you go rolling. But you have the lever. The handle.
Nice. Then I'll start, I guess, heading towards the end of the wing with
right.
everyone else.
Give me a athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh, we'll do it acrobatically.
As
Now with a point of exhaustion.
gravity pulsates in strange and unknown ways. With the 21, you're used to gravitational situations like this. You can bounce to and fro, avoiding the pitfalls of the up gravity, down gravity side, like the weird gravity stuff. And actually can use it to your advantage as you regroup with everyone on the edge of the wing. Tobias, what are you doing in this moment?
I'm standing at the edge of the ship because he took my rope.
Well, you were standing on
Because he's on the vine side.
You were on the
He's
branches.
On the plants.
Walk onto his space wheel ship.
Okay,
It's not a ship.
Ember!
she's on the wing still.
I'll go get
Everyone's still on the wing at this point.
Okay.
Actually, two of us are just floating in space. at
No,
the
you
mercy of a green flag.
you careen to the edge of the wing.
I did end up catching the wing.
Yeah.
And you said it's 20 feet distance?
Well, it's
No,
the vines.
connected.
The vines are starting. They're connecting. They're making that connection in this brief moment as the wing itself is being crushed and just kind of bent into space and time.
I'm going to run and grab Ember.
All right, you run up,
Ember!
grab Ember. Give me an athletics or acrobatics check. The 17, you avoid any pitfalls and make your way, as I would also say, Rythan. Is it Rythan or Rythan? Or Rythan?
It's Rythan.
Rythan. As you're holding on, you can feel this tug as the Kurganfly is no longer distracted. In this moment, it seems to have figured out that it was a hoax and is starting to get free of that area and just kind of floating around on its own, trying to head northward. But in this
Don't
moment,
let it go.
in this moment, you would see as you're all meeting at the edge of the wing, floating down from this nautiloid, you would see the horrible figure of a mind flare floating down, tentacles writhing, nearly landing but still floating, seemingly also not affected by these gravitational pitfalls in this moment, at least, as two of these Githyanki and a Githzerai do their, one of them slides down one of these tentacles and lands in front of the mind flare. Another one kind of just does some flips and, Jackie Chan hops between the tentacles in front as well, kind of doing a cool roll. You would all get a voice in your head. You are to be disposed of. And I'm going to bring you guys to a map. And you can tell me if this looks right. Where your location is. Does that seem about right? You can feel free to move yourselves within like 10 or so feet.
I think this is good.
Yeah, seems good to me.
I'm going to put the NPCs not in the front though.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, let him die.
Yeah,
Lucy's in my pocket.
Lucy's in your pocket. Fair enough.
Not an NPC, not targetable.
As
Right.
we are going to roll some initiative.
Okay.
And I'm going to use this opportunity to.
Wow. They do not want me
What
to
is
have
it
a high
called?
initiative.
Oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Wait, do I have one, Katie? Oh,
You and me, a couple low initiative boys.
Did you beat me this time?
I
Just by 3. We gotta cast this all in the middle of the initiative train.
Does anyone
I
have
did use
anyone
my,
have alert?
No trading to be had, I don't believe.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm doing things.
What are you doing?
Uncanny metabolism. I need
Oh,
to heal myself and
absolutely do that shit.
get my I think that's a D8 plus 7.
Well, at least one of you guys goes before this mind flayer does.
Plus
It's like a-
12.
Yeah, just me. Just the new guy.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I'm already raging.
Absolutely.
I had something else made me mad first.
Like, I would also say right then, if you and Louise want to change places, you can too.
I'll be nice to him.
Okay.
He can take my spot.
But right then, you are holding on to that rope in this
Yeah, the
moment.
rope's kind of like up against him at the moment.
The Githyanki warrior here will lunge forward wielding a side blade. A blade of mostly psychic energy, eyes crackling with no thought behind them. Quickly is going to Misty Step. Disappear and reappear right in the middle of everything, whirling around at random. Malcolm Oblate, Tobias, Rythan. It's going to be in that order, just so you guys know. Striking out at Tobias and Oblate. Tobias got a 16 to hit.
Miss.
Oblate got a 12 to hit,
Missed.
ending their turn. As the Githzerai, less psychic energy infused, more just stone cold, dead stare. They are going to, no weapon in hand, sprint up and just kind of like a dragon kick straight to Malcolm.
Use Jeet Kune-Do.
Getting a nat 1.
Wow.
He's not good at it, but he knows Jeet
You,
Kune-Do.
you see this dragon kick coming a mile away as they kind of nearly flip over you.
Whoop.
And at which point they're going to kind of, as they drop down, they're just going to try to kind of swipe. They're gonna, you know, what is it? Sweep the leg. They're gonna sweep the leg on Dr. Jellybean.
Johnny.
These guys are starting off really good. Getting a 10 to hit Dr. Jellybean.
Close.
Which will end their turn, taking us to Rythan.
Dr. Jellybean and I are just watching, like, oh,
This guy.
Rythan,
This guy is scary.
it's
Rythan,
really scary.
you are hanging on to this rope as well as it starts to go the other direction. It's starting to head this direction.
This fucking
fair
fly,
thing.
man.
Does it seem like I've been keeping it in place, or does it actually feel like how?
It
hard
would
is
feel
trying to
now.
pull against
Now
it?
is the first time you feel it pulling a different direction.
Okay. I'm going to probably just doing that. I'm going to strike this guy with Tavern Brawler.
Okay. Give me an athletics
Basically,
check to
just-
maintain your hold where you are at the moment, then.
Totally. So then I'll just roll that with advantage because of strength.
All right, with a 24. Your movement, you cannot move any further away. Like this, you can't move closer to the Mind Flare, essentially. You can.
Yeah, I kinda figured it's kinda
you can
holding me
move this direction or stay put.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay here-ish right now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kick this guy.
Just going for straight up kicking him.
Yeah, because I'm still holding the rope
Absolutely.
at the moment.
Can't use a great axe with one hand.
Not easily.
Not easily.
So we'll bop him with a good old bop.
Twist it.
Twist it and pull it. You know what? Oh, sorry. Actually, I do have a thing. At the beginning of my turn,
Yes.
because I am raging,
Yes.
I'm gonna give. I guess I'm gonna give you because I know you're hurt. Like, because I literally have been next to you for the last
He bled on you a
20
little
seconds.
bit. Yeah.
Exactly.
I bled on you. I cried on you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did that too.
I've
Get
been through it.
2d6 temporary HP.
Yeah.
So get 6 temp HP for being near me when I started my turn. Merry Christmas. And then I'm going to reckless at this guy.
Okay.
But I'm trying to decide if I'm supposed to do anything extra. Namely, do I have the thing for that? Kind of. Do I want to waste it? Nah, I'll just hit him. I'll just hit him with the reckless.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So one reckless kick.
A 16 just misses.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna swing again anyway because
All right.
I'm allowed to. Oh, it just regular rolled. Okay, well, I'll roll it again. I guess.
Regular roll a second time.
Well, no, because if I choose reckless, I'm stuck
Oh,
recklessing.
yeah.
I don't get a choice.
That's what I mean, just regular roll a second time. So it's essentially at advantage.
Still 16.
16 just misses.
Yeah, still 16s. As I'm kind of fighting against the thing,
Just trying to kick as you're holding on to this rope.
and I can just be like, tie this to me. Pointing to these two.
Okay. Rebate will help anyone tie the rope to this newfound dwarf. Which will take us to this Mind Flare, not to be confused with Odros, the Mindful.
Oh, it's not Odros? Oh, yeah, never mind.
This is not Odros. This is
This guy dead as hell.
not quite as powerful.
I thought we were dead as hell, but
He
we're
floats forward a little bit and releases this pulsing of mental energy. I would like
Kill all of our pets.
everyone to give me a intelligence saving throw.
Do the thralls have to
That
make
is
it
going to
to...
be horrible.
They have advantage, but they do have to make it.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Do I have advantage on those? I think I
You do. They both just made it.
Okay.
Did anybody make it besides Malcolm and Dr. Jellybean made it? And the two thralls.
Ah, darn. So 15 was the number?
15 was the number.
Damn.
As
Only you hadn't exhausted yourself breaking a
I
stick.
know, right? I know.
Oh. That is a
I
doozy.
appreciate it. Malcolm appreciates the liver.
A good liver.
Just take it off my dead body. please.
Malcolm and Dr. Jellybean. I'll give you guys a choice. You want me to roll or you want to take average?
Roll it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, roll.
We're
Sure.
having sevens.
Roll.
We're already gambling.
Live
Yeah.
by the tie, die by the tie.
It's not even that bad, actually.
Rolled pretty good.
It's pretty average.
Plus 4. 29 points of psychic damage to those who rolled a 14 or lower. Everyone who rolled a 15 or higher takes 15 points of psychic damage.
29?
Mm-hmm.
Your boy is down.
Yeesh.
Oblate drops. Tobias drops.
New guy, thank you for those hit points because I'm at 1.
Rebate is barely up.
Easy. Easy math, easy life.
Downside is those of you who survived the big number are stunned.
Yeah.
As guy holding the rope, stunned. Louise, stunned. Oblate Tobias, down. Dr. Jellybean,
Real question
what are you
is-
doing?
So I'm stunned too.
We'll find out what happens to the rope too. You are not stunned. You took the
Alright.
the lesser number because you got a 15. So you
Okay,
you only took 14 points of damage.
I took 15, but okay. Oh no! Oblate! You gotta get up. I'm going to use Healing Word on
Okay.
Oblate.
Calling out for a word of healing. Oblate, you get
Stand up,
9.
Captain. Your crew
nine-
needs you.
Yeah, 9 points of healing.
All right, that's my
Thank you.
bonus action, and
Tomas is very badly hurt too.
my action will be I'm gonna send a firebolt towards the Mind Flayer.
Okay. Firebolt towards the mind, but let's see that firebolt.
Yeah, bolt.
A 26 absolutely hits.
There we go. Nice.
Get bolted.
For 17 points of fire damage, it blasts into this mind flare. His glossy eyes gaze at you in this moment in response.
That's probably so.
Yeah.
Anything
Then
else
let
for
us
the
go.
doctor?
Leave us alone. We're not hurting nobody
That will take
except
us
for you.
to Tobias. As Tobias... Oh no. You don't get a death save.
Oh no.
Oh no. Instead, you feel the warm, wet tongue of a dog dripping all over your face. You have 10 hit points and are,
No.
as it's going to use its last,
Unpoisoned, unwhatevered,
Yeah.
whatevered.
as you are on the ground, as Good Boy is licking you. Oh, please get up. Please get up.
We'll get up and all right, everyone's standing. I am going to drink my potion as a bonus action.
Okay.
Stand up half my movement
Okay.
and immediately just come up like as I'm drinking my potion and then stab right into this guy right in front of me.
Okay. Stab away. I'm gonna get rid of the useless NPCs. We'll just pretend that
Nice.
they're making it. Nat frickin' 20. Oh, there's no shield against that.
Wow.
Roll, but hit him with the
Yeah.
crit.
Roll, but still got a crit for 10 points of damage as you're kind of stepping up. Maybe I don't know, how do you are you a whirly step up or are you a kick up?
Well, no, because I'm drinking as I'm stabbing him, and then I'm grabbing my scimitar.
Okay.
As I'm like,
Just kind of a roll upward. Gotcha.
yeah. By the way, here's my heal for the healing potion.
All right, you get 6 points of healing.
I'll take it. And then second attack.
Twenty will hit. Take 10 more points of damage as you slash with your short sword, stabbing again.
Stabbing into him, and then as I was grabbing my other sword, I'm going to swing my scimitar into him.
All right, kind of chucking that vial, pulling the scimitar quickly, slashing across. 19 absolutely hit. Yeah, it'll hit. These guys don't have shield. Take 6 points of damage. The other guys have shield.
And that's all I got.
All right, but he's up. That will take us to Malcolm. I'm gonna say Good Boy's also flying up because he's useless now.
Oh, I'll tell Ember. Get on the ship. Follow.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
Boy.
they're running up. The animals are going up to the vines.
They're gonna go eaten by a Kurgan.
There's a hamster in Dr. Jellybean's pocket that's just lying there dead.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm
That's rough.
joking.
no!
There's a hamster that slowly climbed on these vines.
Yep.
Because it's, hamster sized.
We'll say Good Boy will pick him up in his mouth. Malcolm, what are you doing?
Yes. I'm going to yell out to the group that I think it's time we leave. And 15-foot cone's not really going to be ideal because it is too far away, and anywhere else is going to hit Oblate.
Unless you free Misty Step somewhere.
Yeah, but to not hit anybody in the party, I'd have to come
Forward.
Yeah, I'd have to come forward closer. So
You don't want to be closer?
not particularly.
Aw.
I mean, you made it sound really enticing. I almost changed my mind. Can't do any of that fun stuff. So I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this one in front of me and try to create some distance
With your spell sniper feat, no disadvantage. Or do you have? Wait, you don't have spell sniper, do you?
Do I not? I thought I did. I thought we talked.
The
about
original.
it.
You do not have spell sniper.
Okay, so it would be a disadvantage.
The original iteration was spell sniper. You have Fate Touch instead.
So how far do I have to be to not impose disadvantage?
Away from them.
Away.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Don't want to.
You can still hit them, you know.
Yeah.
Just Misty step away. And you're like, hey, we should leave. And just leave and shoot.
That's what I'm looking at.
Right? Doesn't have
No, because it's temporary
It's
hit points, but it's within 10 feet of where I land.
Oh, it's not when you do it. Gotcha.
No,
The damaged one. The damaged one is one or the other.
Okay.
But the damaged ones would affect Dr. Jellybean and Oblate because
Well, they can it only affects one person where you land, right? Or does it affect everyone? Creatures of your choice, probably.
Taunting is creatures within 5 feet of where you leave. And Dreadful's creatures within 5 feet of the space you left or space you appear in.
Okay, so it's not of your choice. Gotcha. Fair enough. So what are you doing?
I will. Let's bonus action Misty Step. I'm gonna come back here. It will be a refreshing step.
Okay.
So Tobias will get a D10 of temporary hit points.
Okay.
Take it gladly.
Don't know if I have a button for that, so I'm just gonna roll a D10. Whoops.
It's like all the way at the bottom of your action tab. But yeah. Roll that D10. 1.
See, shouldn't have clicked it from the sheet.
1 temporary hit point is better than none. Okay. In a game of numbers, ones matter.
That's true.
I'll take it.
So that was bonus action.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll go with my original plan of Eldritch Blast, still targeting that one, trying to create some distance.
So we got the other one surrounded.
Yeah, right where we want them.
Right where we want them.
In the middle of a bunch of stunned people.
Both of those hit. Even as they try to psionically defend, they both hit.
Let's do first one.
And do push them away. In fact, the winds kind of push them back further.
And
I was gonna say,
second one.
shouldn't have those.
They are not hexed.
Oh, that's right. I still have.
So we'll
hex on
do 6 and 7 for 13, as they are pushed backwards.
there. Turn that off.
Anything else from Malcolm? You still have movement.
Yeah, I'll just expend some movement to go ahead and get on these vines.
Absolutely. The vines will be difficult terrain.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to move the whole.
Oh, but you have a climb speed, so you're good.
Okay.
You move wherever you want to move.
Right there. That's
Fair
like
enough.
15 feet.
Starting to climb onto these vines. They feel real, but there's this vibration within them that you can feel, which will take us to Oblate.
It's a little warm since you don't
Not
wear shoes.
feeling great, but I'm gonna pick myself back up on my feet and
Punch this guy.
pull out my pistol and shoot at the mind flare.
All right, pulling out the pistol, shooting at the mind flare.
Inside?
No, can't say.
9 is gonna miss.
Figure that much. Please hit him this time. No.
12 is
not?
also gonna miss as you're trembling. We'll say as you stand up and you aim, your foot falls into the floor a little bit, like just enough to throw off your aim.
Okay. Okay. With that, I'm gonna expend a focus point and step of the wind, so I will be able to disengage and dash.
Dash?
And dash. I just want to get
Really far away.
Gotcha.
not super far away. I don't want to be the last one.
But you don't want to be the
First one on the
first.
ship.
Yeah.
I'll be right here at the edge. I just want to get
Okay.
away because I'm.
As you quickly
Gonna go down
and
again.
deftly roll away, firing your pistol as you run. That will take us to Louise, who is stunned.
Stunned.
And the top of the round, as Rythan is stunned as well, lets go of the rope. As the rope itself careens northward. As Rebate, he was ready to help someone. Rebate is getting dragged along with the rope.
Oh no.
Which will take us to this guy. Seeing Tobias here, blade in hand, he's going to lash out once at Tobias and once at Rythan. Tobias getting an 8 to hit.
That's a miss.
Against Rythan,
He has advantage.
he has
for two
advantage. Yep,
reasons.
yep. Getting a 19 to hit.
Sure, sounds good. That hits.
Rythan, you take 9 points of slashing damage, reduced to 4 because you are raging, and 4 points of psychic damage, reduced to 4 because it's psychic damage.
I don't ignore psychic, so
No.
you said 8.
That's why I said 4. So you take 4 and 4. You take 8 total. Which will end his turn, taking us to the other Gitsurai. And they are going to leap over. As they are leaping over Dr. Jellybean, they are going to strike out with a palm towards the back of your neck, trying to hit you, getting a 9 to hit.
Me?
Yep.
Yeah, does a 9 hit you?
Yeah.
It does not.
As they try and strike down with their palm, they land right there, and they just try and drive their knee into your back,
Yeah, that one's probably good.
getting a nat 20.
Yep.
Oh.
Ow.
As you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage and 13 points of psychic damage.
That's a powerful knee.
It is a powerful knee.
28.
Yep, which will unfortunately take us to Rythan, who is stunned.
I'm no longer stunned, technically.
No longer stunned at the end of the Mind Flayer's turn.
Well, that's what I'm. Oh, okay, it's then.
It is.
All right, he gets a shot at us.
And yep, until the end of the Mind Flayer's next turn. And yeah, seeing Rythan, he is going to reach out with its tentacles towards Rythan. At
Get
advantage.
but still bad.
Getting a 13 to hit.
Not enough.
As it's trying to grasp onto you, the vines around you just like almost intertwine and push away his own tentacles as he's trying to reach down towards this dwarven form, having 0 luck, which will end his turn, taking us to Dr. Jellybean.
No brain eating. I did not consent.
Yep.
I am gonna disengage from this
Okay.
guy. And I'm gonna run after Rebate.
Okay. You leaping after Rebate? Disengaging?
Yeah. Disengage. Go after Rebate.
I mean, you don't have to disengage necessarily. You can run around with Tomas.
Yeah, but then attack of opportunity, though.
You're not leaving their space.
Yeah, if he's staying adjacent.
Alright, fine. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So you still have your action as you get up there.
Alright.
You get up to the edge, chasing Rebate.
I'm gonna try to grab Rebate.
Give me an athletics or sleight of hand, unless you have some other way to describe how you're grabbing or what you're grabbing with.
I'm gonna try a sleight of hand. I'm grabbing with
Okay.
my hand.
As you quickly and deftly try and... His form is flailing about. You try and grab a hold of the least painful part to grab. Like his foot. With a 15. You grab a hold of him, and kind of your foot gets caught into one of these roots, able to root you down. As you have Rebate. And that is your action. Anything for a bonus, Dr. Jellybean?
Bonus action, heal myself.
Alright. Making yourself feel a little better?
You gotta feel better.
Which will take us to Tobias as Dr. Jellybean gives herself a little pep talk as she's grabbing on to Rebate. Get 6. Minimum.
Yep.
But it's not
I know.
nothing.
Seeing this guy trying to eat the person who's trying to help his brain, I'm going to rush over.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to stab the mind flayer.
Try and stab the Mind Flayer.
This will be with automatic.
$18 just hits. Actually, it doesn't just hit. It definitely hits. As you stab out with your short sword, his tentacles ring out towards you. Or just bristle, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, try to stab him right in the face is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, as you try and stab up in the face, you get into his shoulders as he's trying to dodge it. Take 9 more points of damage.
And then whirl that scimitar at him.
Whirling the scimitar around. 18 hits. So he'll take 6 points of damage. A little nick
Damn.
across his arm.
Bonus action. Do it again.
All right.
Hand. 18
will also hit. We know those work for 9 points of damage. As he's pretty hurt. Definitely a lot of death by 1,000 cuts over here.
Yeah, I'm just slashing the hell out of him. Get off of him, and that will end my turn.
Will take us to Malcolm.
I'm going to switch up targets.
Okay.
Let's do a bonus action Hex, the Mind Flayer.
Okay. Okay.
So let me turn that back on, and I am going to fire off 2 shots.
Okay.
I'm going to do one at the Mind Flayer and then one at the other gift, trying to, again, do they both get Agonizing Blast?
They both will get Agonizing Blast. Yes. Only the Mind Flayer will get the Hex, though.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to create distance, trying to push both of them.
Oh, yeah, the Repelling Blast. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so that's going to be
but assuming you hit both. You should affect them both.
Do the Mind Flayer with the first one, the other guy with the second. The Mind Flayer hits and is pushed back.
Okay.
So roll that damage with Hex.
With Hex should be turned on.
For 12 points of damage. As this pulse of energy just shoots back. The other guy just deftly ducks and dodges.
And dives.
And dives.
And
diners. Anything else for Malcolm?
That was bonus action. That was action. So I will just expend some movement to continue moving
All
up
right.
the vines.
Keep climbing up that vines. It will take us to Oblate. Dr. Jellybean's right next to you, kind of foot hooked in, grabbing onto Rebate as Rebate's dangling in the air. The Kurgan fly on the other end of the rope.
I mean, does it immediately look like she needs assistance to?
Not necessarily. That's just what's happening right next to you.
Okay, I'm
You know.
just gonna say, let go of the robot if you can't pull him down, and then pulling out my pistol and taking 2 more shots at the mind flare.
All right.
He says, "Don't let go of the robot if it seems hard," and then he shoots a gun right behind your head.
Yep.
Right next to my
Back.
ear.
Well, I had to tell her before that. Obviously.
Before you deafened her. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because she's not going to be able to hear after that. Yeah.
Oh God!
Not a great
That's,
roll.
that's going to be a
These dice
miss.
are being dirty tonight.
Doing it again.
Better.
Is it, yeah.
Better but not good, as your gun is... You're tired. This has been an enduring battle.
Mostly the stick, though.
It was covering fire.
That wore you out.
You got it, though.
I gotta do it. Bonus action. Flurry of blows
Okay. Pop in the skith.
on this guy.
Yeah.
Uh,
18 hits.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Distract. I'll just go ahead and roll the next one.
A 15
15.
also hits.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
6, and I think you can reroll 2s too, or is it just 1? You can reroll.
I was gonna check real quick.
I think you can reroll any damage if you want to from the unarmed strike. Once
I'll let
per
you know
turn.
in just like 2 seconds.
We'll
Okay.
definitely take 9. If you wanted to reroll that 6 damage, that's up to you.
No, you can just reroll ones
Okay,
if it rolls a 1.
so we'll take 6 and 9, 15, as they are very, very badly wounded. Edge of a knife.
No, that's it for me.
All right, that will take us to Louise. As you felt this horrible surge of energy, you look around. The dwarf's still next to you. The rope is not. Mind flare being blasted away from, and there's all of the other things happening around.
He is very much so in the shit, and I do not want to be. That is why I will start casting compulsion.
On whom?
On the dwarf.
On all the Githyanki and the Mind Flare.
Does it reach all of them?
30 feet of me. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Might reach all 3 then.
Yeah. Absolutely. So...
Yeah.
Wisdom save. Wisdom save.
Wisdom 16.
Double check. I think they might have advantage. Yep. They do, but that doesn't help them. So what does that do exactly?
So when I I'm concentrating on this. Anybody that's under my charmed condition, I can take a bonus action, and they have to move in the direction that I tell them to.
Okay.
As using as much movement as possible.
It looks.
Which will be towards the Illithid ship.
It looks like the Illithid and the Githzerai are. You have their attention.
So the close ones.
And,
Or no,
and
sorry.
I am
Not
sending them
this
to
guy.
the Illithid ship.
And that is. Do they do it as a reaction?
No, it's on their next turn. They do that. Each charm target must use as much of its movement as possible to
Okay,
move in that direction.
gotcha.
On its next turn, taking
Gotcha.
the safest route.
Gotcha. They will do so.
And then I will bonus, or I'm gonna move over here 15 feet, and then I can get Malcolm, and I'll use another one of my bardic.
Okay.
to move everybody else.
As everyone can move, and you get some temporary hit points. Everyone can move if you'd like to move.
I'm gonna try to move with rebates.
I would say if you're trying to
onto
move with
the-
rebate, there will be a skill involved, so it will be an action to do so.
Okay.
Everybody get 12.
Everybody gets 12 temporary hit points, though.
Nice.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yep, even you. You
He
save my life.
can do 5, except for
Faithful.
I can do
Hmm.
5. It'll be everybody here and Tomas.
Does
well, 5
that
is
count as
5 is
force?
everyone but you.
Never mind. I can't do math. Just everybody here.
Hmm.
Now I have a question.
And then I
Does
can like,
compulsion,
make it to.
does compulsion count as forcing them to move away?
They can use their action
They
to do
do it.
whatever they want.
Yeah.
They can disengage
means
if they
they're-
want,
Yeah,
They
which
have
just
to
means
move.
they'll
It doesn't-
disengage.
doesn't say-
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they take.
or
Or they get checked off
they'll
something
attack and
else.
then they'll move away after they kill
Right.
something. So it just forces their movement to be what you want them to move. Anything else for Louise?
Nope. Made it to the base of the roots, and that's everything I got.
Is everyone staying put? Which will take us
No,
to.
I took my
I'm gonna
I've been.
I'll move up a little bit, not a whole bunch, but
Fair enough. The animals are retreating.
I'm gonna get here.
Okay. Which will take us to this guy. Tomas is stepping back. He's not. Tomas
I'm leaving.
will go help rebate. This guy will step up, rush up to Rythen, and Tobias, wielding a psychic blade, lashing out at Rythen first, getting a 22 to hit Rythen,
Yeah, that hits.
and dealing 9 slashing damage, reduced to 4, and 11 psychic damage, total of 15. Slashing out at
Say it's up to you whether I was actually allowed to maintain rage.
Oh, because you were stunned.
because I was stunned.
So no.
Technically, I got attacked, which is a maintainer.
Oh, then yeah,
but-
that's fine. Yeah.
I was like, but like that's up to you because like I,
Unless stun
Was
gives you
out
the
of it for a second.
incapacitated condition, in which case you would lose it.
which it
still.
might. I don't know. Let me look real quick.
Either way, it does miss Tobias.
So I either take 15 or I take 19.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes. While you're looking that up, the monk here will pummel out towards Dr. Jellybean and Rythen as well.
Yes,
Oh,
it gives
no.
the incap.
So you're not
It gives the
raging.
incap. So
Take the 19. Getting an 8 and a 9. 8 against Dr. Jellybean, 9 against Rythen as this
no.
this monk. And then they run away.
They
Okay.
haul ass.
Bye.
You may take a tax opportunity.
I'll choose not to.
Okay. Got more important things to do.
I don't have my axe out, so like
Oh,
I
that's
just
true.
keep punching him.
Yeah, that's true. That will take us to your turn, Rythen.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage, take out an axe, and this guy's gonna
Okay.
get chopped.
Axe to the face.
Yeah. So let's great axe. Let. Let's reckless.
All right. He's going reckless.
Didn't matter for that one.
And
But I
missing.
get 2.
Taking a big old swing. Like, almost like he's felling a tree in this moment. But a 19 will definitely hit.
He's just building momentum up.
I just
Yeah.
spun around.
Yeah. Going in for that second strike.
You know, just
Whirling
like how you
into
fell
them.
a tree.
Exactly.
Ugh, meh. I'll deal 10
10
magical axe damage.
is enough to do it as you cleave into their body. Their eyes kind of flicker for a moment as if like almost they gain sentience before dropping.
Sorry. And then I believe when I rage, I get temp HP for myself.
You do.
Let me double check.
You do at the start of your turn.
Yes, I get it equal to my. I only get my temp HP when I activate rage.
Right. and then at the start of your
and
other
then
turns,
at the start, I give it out to other people.
Yeah.
With that, I'm going to basically put the axe back up,
Okay.
and I'm about to try and grab these two.
Okay.
But I know I don't have an action, so I'm just like,
As really the only way to find out. We can hop out of combat. As what are you guys doing? Dr. Jellybean is definitely holding on. These guys run away. They will be compulsed for a while, and they don't have range stuff.
Help him grab the rope.
Yeah, help.
yeah, I was just
I will
just gonna
say
grab the two of them
a
and try to start pulling them in.
group athletics check to
Sure.
rein in the Kurgan fly.
With advantage, because I'm pissed.
Absolutely. Everyone doing overall pretty darn good. Yeah, with all of that,
Lose Rebate, our most important character.
as you all rebate, like somehow the rope has like tangled into his gears and kind of using him as an anchor. Bring the rope and rebate up the vines into this. And what you would see is less of. It doesn't look like a ship. It looks like the inside, like Jonah and the whale, kind of like how we briefly discussed last week, or 2 weeks ago. But it looks a lot like flesh-like interior, but still hardened and comfortable. As you enter in, the vines would start to dissipate as the front, those teeth things, start to kind of gloss over and cover up, keeping the almost like the rope is caught in between the front two teeth of this whale creature, and so it's still dragging it. And what it does is it careens off the side of this vortex with such a fluid and graceful motion, not like what you were on the Magdalena. There does appear to be some sort of like structure to this interior. It's a comfortable space, breathable air, warm, kind of feels like sunlight, that like radiant energy. As you drift away, you can kind of start to see in your background, maybe not even kind of, you can definitely see through parts of the teeth, those semi-translucent teeth, and hearing it, the crunching and crushing of the Magdalena. As you do make your escape, but you are aboard a comfortable space. You have the Kurgan fly, mostly. And Dr. Jellybean, this is probably the first time you would notice, and maybe some of you others, in the heat of things, Ethel's not here.
Where's Ethel?
I don't know who that is.
Tobias will just start sobbing. He's gone.
What happened?
It was the mind flayer.
He died a hero's death.
He was
Just
the
gonna
dragon,
remember.
you know?
Pet my
It
cat.
was the dragon. Yeah.
Your friend was a dragon?
The
Yeah,
dragon.
yeah. The dragon.
Hmm. Regardless, he's not dead until all of you really forget about him.
Do you remember
Well,
that
you know.
joke he told one time? How'd it go? How'd it go, Louise? Do you remember?
There were so many jokes from Ethan.
That guy's such a jokester.
I'm going to miss him.
Thanks for
I'm pretty
saving us.
sure Ethel would have told you, that no, you can be quite dead, regardless if somebody remembers you or not. That was his style.
That is something he would have said.
Definitely.
We have agreed to disagree. Rythan, by the way, nice to meet you all.
Blake.
Forgive my manners. Thank you very much for saving all of our lives.
No problem, doer man. And
Doer. Doer.
He's
Penguin.
he's a
Yeah,
famous
I know what you
musician.
are. I just don't know your name. So
Oh, I'm sorry again. I am Louise.
You give me a history check, Rytham.
yeah, sure, no problem. Let me roll a history. It's in the H's.
With a 15. Pretty good. You've never heard of a Doar named Louise, though you have heard of one named Dewey.
Don't
has a
do it to our
band
man.
called Dewey
Oh.
and the Scoop.
I mean, he's gonna open with he knew what he was. And he's like, I know you're a door. Like, and he's like, I know he's a human. He's a dozy. He's a halfling. I don't know what she is, but I've never met this race.
You would also see a frog person
I'm-
with horns and a modron.
I'm
Yeah.
special.
That's your lady. And then I kind of know what that is. I've heard of like robot people, and then a demon frogman is some race that I don't know. Probably, maybe he's not even demon. Maybe he's just horny. It's just like a traditional look.
I'm just a horny toad.
See, exactly.
Yeah. Demon.
I'm sorry. My name is Tobias Twofoot. This is my cat Ember.
She's,
You look like 2.5 feet, but whatever.
I am 2.5 feet. Thank you.
Tobias 2.5 foot.
I'm Dr. Jellybean. Hello, nice to meet you. Thanks for saving us. And your what is this?
It's a Vol.
A ball?
Yeah. It's a common a whale.
Nice whale you got here.
Thanks. It's not
Is that
mine.
your ship?
No.
Oh, well, that answers that then.
What? Well, what is it? Like, how did you get in the whale to begin with?
How did you get in the whale just now?
You saved
Okay.
us.
Yeah. So you
Well,
chose
yes,
to get in
but-
the whale. What is the point of being in this? So that you control it?
No. But I have no destination, so I didn't have to care where it was going.
Can you control it if you have a destination in mind?
I could probably ask it really nicely.
Okay.
I don't know if it actually would listen to me.
Yeah, does it understand?
I think it understands, but like, I don't really spend a lot of time talking to the whale, so
Maybe I
So
could
you-
try later.
We're on a
Sure.
mission to save all of reality from annihilation.
all of it.
But yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much all of it. Yes.
Well, as one of the idiots that lives in reality, what do we need to do?
Follow this
Oh,
Kurgan
you-
fly.
You're joining
Yeah.
us. Oh, okay.
Well, if you
Yeah.
fail, all of reality is gone, and I'll be gone too, so
It's a good point. He has a good
It is in your
understanding of
best
reality.
interest. Yeah.
And like, you could probably use the help.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I'm
just
not turning down
watched
free
you
help.
guys
Really?
almost die.
We did
Yes,
almost,
yeah.
yeah.
we did almost die. Yes,
That
I'm
was a
just.
close
You
one.
are quite trustworthy, and we haven't come across a lot of those.
I could kill you.
Probably.
Fair.
Please,
I mean-
please don't.
You do have a big
Oh, I
axe,
don't.
please
I'm
don't.
not going to kill
Tomas
you
seems
unless you do something.
seems
But
to
I
really
could kill
enjoy.
you.
Yeah, Tomas seems to really enjoy that remark.
Perfectly capable of, especially right now. You guys are all beat to shit.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that's right.
I mean, I know he's right. We are pretty beat to shit.
But I figured you guys can't be that bad. Mind flayers suck.
Yeah, that's the second one we run into so far now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's particularly bad. That's Odros the
couldn't-
Mindful. He's not really mindful.
I
Wait,
have no
was it?
idea who
No, that
is.
wasn't no draws.
Not that mind
was- that was-
flare. You
Odros was on the ship.
did see Odros tear
Oh.
Aethel apart.
Right, that's the one that killed her friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's probably upset that I banished him that one time.
Hmm.
It didn't seem to stick, I guess. Unless this was a
No.
really long time ago, I guess. I don't know when that was.
It was quite
Not long
some time.
enough.
Actually, I do have a question. Wait. What's the date?
Would any of us
Skip- I
know
mean-
that?
Yeah, you would know.
I left the
Stardate.
calendar back on the Magdalena.
Someone
That-
someone say
lost.
something. I don't care. Make it up right now. What's the date?
Well, you
Elephant.
see, it's
Damn it,
Tuesday.
not good on.
Choose a number.
Not good under
It's-
pressure.
Number between
78th.
Yeah, it's
Rotation.
It's
Flumptuary
Okay.
78.
it's the 78th of.
I more just mean like, you know, like
The year.
year, like, you know,
Oh.
star date.
1.
It's year one?
Oh jeez. They've already flipped
What
the
happened to
calendar so
cause a
many
new
times.
era?
We'll say like 3250.
Been a long time since I've
Yeah.
been anywhere.
Wait, so you just to ask, you just chose to go in this whale and have just been floating through the astral for an undisclosed amount of time?
Yeah, basically.
What were you doing before? Why did you choose to do that? What were you doing before?
You know, you saw those branches and roots?
Mm-hmm.
That is a more physical manifestation of what we call the world tree. Or what you, or almost everybody else, calls the astral sea.
Oh.
It connects all of the worlds and all of the other dimensions. And it's important. So I spend my time out here making sure it's okay.
Dr. Jelly, he's a scientist.
Yeah, I can tell. Have you met our friend Tarsal? He's the guy with the eyes. He cries. Out here, he was in space, in the astral.
You did see a flash of white before you started heading in this direction.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't met somebody in like 500 years.
Well, he's not really a somebody. He's kind of a something, but he can.
You've
If you
just been
talk to him,
riding on
right?
the inside of this whale ship for 500 years?
Well, not just here. I can leave. The whale didn't eat me. Not literally, anyway. Do
You-
whatever.
You've seen
I've
it.
not met a lot of people that wanted to talk to me afterwards. Mostly they've been doing stuff that they shouldn't. And then when I say something about it, they like attack me. And then I kill them because they attacked me.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, I can
does.
relate to that.
That checks out with us quite a lot.
As we lost Tobias.
Yeah, I think we just let it. Yeah.
He wanted to
yeah,
say
and he just
something,
like.
I know it.
He just fades out of out of the room. That's a thing that happens, I guess.
He's just awestruck in your presence.
Yeah.
Because I'd said he was 2.5 feet.
Yeah.
He's like, man, this guy's pretty cool. He
gets
he
it.
recognizes game.
Well, I will say, as you guys become acquainted with your new ally, hopefully still destination in mind, although with the loss of your vessel, now aboard a whale, hopefully you'll still find your way. And that is where we're going to end tonight. Shipless, but not whaleless. But thank you everyone for watching, and join us next time for more Astral Avenue.
Thanks, Twitch.
See ya.
Magdalena Blues.
Yeah, we're very blue now.
Yep.
No Magdalena.
Magdalena
But very
less
blue.
blues. Yep. All right.
Wow.
Night, Internet.
Bye.